Okay, so today we're going to go over chapter 3 in the textbook, or the workbook, really. And we're looking at exploring strengths based clinical supervision, which is a framework that emphasizes identifying and amplifying strengths rather than focusing only on deficits. So, as graduate counseling students, you are currently in the role of supervisees, experiencing clinical supervision firsthand. And while you may not yet be supervising others, understanding STCS will help you maximize your own supervision experience and prepare you for future roles as supervisors. So, we'll discuss what SBCS is, how it complements traditional supervision models, and how you can actively apply its principles to enhance your own professional development. So, strength based clinical supervision, what I'm referring to as SBCS, takes a different perspective from traditional deficit based models. So, instead of focusing only on what needs improvement, it emphasizes what you already do well and how to build upon those strengths. It's not about ignoring challenges. Rather, it's about using strengths to address challenges effectively. Think about your own supervision experiences so far. Have you noticed moments where your supervisor highlighted your strengths? Did that help you feel more confident or engaged in your learning? SBCS is designed to empower supervisees, helping them develop self efficacy and a stronger personal identity. Even though you're not supervising yet, you are already engaging in the supervision process. And here are some ways you can make the most of SBCS in your own supervision. Self reflection. What are your strengths as a counselor in training? What feedback have you received that highlights your strengths? Goal setting. Rather than just focusing on improving weaknesses, how can you expand on the skills you already have? Applying feedback. Instead of seeing feedback as just corrections, think of it as a way to enhance what you do well. Supervision is an opportunity to build your professional identity, and SBCS can help you feel more confident, engaged, and prepared for your future work as a counselor. Strength based clinical supervision is not an isolated approach. It builds on various established psychological theories. Positive psychology, which emphasizes identifying strengths and fostering resilience rather than focusing only on problems. Solution focused therapy, which helps supervisees recognize what is already working and apply those strengths to future goals. Motivational interviewing encourages autonomy and self efficacy, helping supervisees take ownership of their learning. Narrative therapy helps supervisees construct a strong professional identity, framing their experiences in a way that highlights growth and competence. These theories provide the foundation for SBCS, making it practical, evidence based, and effective. Traditional supervision often mirrors deficit based clinical models, where the focus is on identifying what's wrong and fixing it. Positive psychology shifts the focus. Instead of just correcting weaknesses, it asks, what are you already doing well? And how can we expand on that? In supervision, this means recognizing your strengths as a developing counselor, using those strengths to build competence in other areas, feeling more confident and engaged in the learning process. So think about a moment in your supervision where you felt successful. What did your supervisor say or do to reinforce that? Solution focused therapy is a great fit for SBCS because it shifts the focus from problems to solutions. Instead of asking what is wrong, we ask Scaling questions like on a scale of 1 to 10, how prepared do you feel to handle a difficult session? What would help you move up 1 point on that scale? Or the miracle question. Imagine you woke up tomorrow and felt like a fully confident counselor. What would that look like? How can we take steps toward that today? Exception finding. Think of a time when you handled a challenging client well. What did you do right? How can you apply that skill again? By using these techniques, your supervision experience can feel less like a performance evaluation and more like a collaborative learning process. Even as a supervisee, you can actively apply SBCS principles. Again, identify your strengths. What aspects of counseling feel natural to you? Work with your supervisor to set meaningful goals that build on those strengths. Reframe challenges. Instead of saying, I'm bad at this, shift to something like, this is an area I'm still developing and I can improve with practice. Use strength based language when reflecting on your progress. Say, I handled that client interaction well because I was able to empathize and stay present instead of, I only did okay because I forgot to ask one question. So, to wrap up this chapter, SBCS is a tool you can use now, even as a supervisee, and it helps you recognize your own strengths, engage more fully in supervision, and, and prepare for your future role as a counselor. So, take a moment to reflect. What strengths have you identified in yourself today?